It's the UNLV Rebels and the USC Trojans. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
When you step onto the field for a USC football game, you know you are in the heart of history. Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum in Los Angeles has seen more sports than you can imagine. Hosting 2 Summer Olympics in 1932 and 84, it is also set to return for a 3rd Olympic trial in 2028. It was opened in 1923, and more history has happened in the Coliseum than anywhere else in college sports. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. So USC's offense will have the first possession of the game. Carson Cook, we believe he's going to get the ball a lot, and they'll just keep feeding him as he gets stronger as the game goes on. Snap on first down, wants to throw. It's dropped after taking the hit. All right, guys, let's think big picture USC. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
And man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him, the offense goes through him. You gotta love this running back, and he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something about it.
Short completion on first down, and here comes 2nd and 8. Wants to throw again. They'll open it up early. Grabbed in the middle. It's Coleman Williams. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Breaks into the open. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
And this is why defensive coordinators lose sleep at night, because guys like this have the football in their hand almost every single play. Third down, nothing open, he makes it happen himself. Now set up with a great scoring opportunity with 1st and goal. And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
On 2nd and goal, they go right back to it. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Southern Cal!
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Rebels offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And here's the guy who's going to have to make some plays at wide receiver in this one. He'll try to get his senior season off on the right foot and become one of the top pass catchers in the land. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. On the run, it's Briggs. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. They give it to him again. Nowhere to go.
But how fast did they get in there and make that tackle for a loss. If you blinked, you missed it. Nice job by the defense getting penetration. Everybody up near the line of scrimmage, shooting the gaps quick, getting in the backfield, getting the guy on the ground.
They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big third down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
I love quarterbacks that are decisive and that put the mustard on the passes. When you need to put the ball on a line in a hurry with some extra hot sauce, you have to do it. Good job by the quarterback understanding zone and hitting that curve.
Yeah, I think this quarterback just needs to do a better job working through his progression. Looked to me like he was trying to force that into his guy who was covered on the play. There were other people open.
As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. He's open on the right. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. And the Rebels have this offense rolling. To the back. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
They'll run him again. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Looking for a man. It's Royer. Good job just to get rid of that one.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Here comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Trying to get the corner. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And when you run the option, you run the risk of putting the ball on the deck, and especially once that thing starts to string out and the defense does a really good job playing assignment football, man on a man. I got the quarterback taken care of, and you could tell, had the running back taken care of too. Nowhere to go with that pitch, and they forced the turnover.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll ride him again. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And these are points of emphasis for an offense. When you get the football and your defense has created you to put you in a great spot, set up a great field position after the fumble, now taking advantage, being aggressive, big 3rd down coming up for this offense. You want to turn this into a touchdown. You don't want to settle for a field goal.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
And it's picked off at the goal line. He's knocked down the one play to come up with the interception.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Long way to go on second down. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. Catch in the middle, it's Bowman. He stopped just short of the 25 at the 24-yard line, but it will be a first down. The Trojans getting it done through the air, picking up the first down.
And they always got one of these. A big arm sucker that can sling the ball down the field. You think about USC, that's what I always...
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Motion from the back. Wants to go up top on second down. Caught. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Yeah, I don't know defensively if you want to keep giving this guy that much cushion, because when he gets the ball in space, he's able to shake all these defenders and turns a 5-yard completion into a first down.
He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Right back to the well. Can't get him to the ground. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. And the Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, gonna throw it. Out wide, it's Anderson. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
He makes it look so routine out there, just plucking passes in this offense. When you think about the success the Trojans have had offensively in the past and certainly in more recent times, it always feels like there's got to be at least one receiver in this offense in the discussion for best in the country. This guy, I think, can be that.
Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
They're about to snap it for the 9th play on this drive, and they need a yard on third down. Burrowing for yardage. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. Splits the uprights, good. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. UNLV will start this drive. The offense out there ready to go. They'll start this drive down by a touchdown, trailing 10-3. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Could not make his way to the corner.
Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that third down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not by much.
On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. The Rebels will punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. So last time, David, they ate up some clock, ran a bunch of plays, but settled for the field goal.
Yeah, but they're still up, Reese, and I like where I'm at. And if I'm on offense right now, my job is to put another long drive together, eat more clock, and get another score.
Just got to be better in the red zone this time around. When they get down close to the goal line, you need better execution, put a touchdown on the board.
Sells the run, looking to pass. That's caught. It's Anderson. And he's dragged down. They'll mark it at the 19. Into the red zone. It'll be first down. And into the end zone. Give him 6. Touchdown, Trojans.
I bet this coaching staff is jacked up to get this offense firing so fast early in the season, on point. A lot of times it takes time to build the rhythm. It takes time to get it rolling. This offense started the season off with a bang.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Rebels offense is back on the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Escapes the pressure to his right. Just gets rid of that one.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. The throw. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big...
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Makes a man miss. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. So it's now 1st and 20 after that holding call. Looking to throw. Shoots it to the left. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes.
Makes the catch and he's free. Dragged down.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. That can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
The Trojans decide to use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Second and long here. In the backfield, it's Danzy. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Motion from the wideout. He'll try to get to the marker himself. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line, and that's where they'll have it first and goal. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by USC. It's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Looking downfield very late in the half. And that one is right on target if his target was the first row.
Well, the defense is making some big plays here right up against their own goal line. They forced 2 straight incompletions, now setting up third down. You're expecting pass again. Is this a situation where they're going to want to blitz, or do they stay back, play zone, and try to break on the ball?
On the move. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Trojans!
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. The run inside. It's Bray. He's got enough. They make the stop, but he's got enough for the first down, and now this offense might have a chance to do something. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Takes the handoff. It's Bray. On his feet at the 40. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, we welcome you into the Week 0 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with Notre Dame taking on the Virginia Tech Hokies. And it's the Fighting Irish who are rewarded for feeding their star. For some reason, he plays better at home, and this team plays better at home, as they did today.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. What do they have to say coming out of halftime, Holly?
Guys, the Rebels head coach told me at the half. He said he's been talking to his team about ball security. Too many turnovers in the first half. Starting the second half on offense, he said, if we take care of the ball, we'll be just fine. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. The Rebels come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Brown wants to pass. Finds the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. They'll go to the air. Looking to the big tight end. Pulls it in. It's Beasley. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Bring him down.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. Buying time to his right. Quarterback slides, and that is a punch to the gut to any defense to let a quarterback get out and move the sticks there.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man there. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Now he's looking to throw it. Just had to get rid of it.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football. You saw that there on the incompletion.
How many chances can you afford to waste in the red zone? They've already been stopped twice. Can they come through this time? It's 3rd and goal. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. 4th and goal from the 3. Let's see what this offense can dial up from here. He's changing the play. Brown will throw it. Touchdown, Rebels. The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. They come out for the first time in this second half. The lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to answer here. Running inside. It's Cox. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Sells to Fate. Makes the catch. It's Anderson. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Last completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking for room. It's Cox. Give him a pickup of 2. Now 2nd and 8.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Second down, gonna throw it. Throws to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Barber. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. The Trojans are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, it's Cox.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Trying to move them on the counter. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. And the Trojans kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Motion from the wide receiver. They want to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. In the red area, it's Cox. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. Trying to squeak through the pile. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, USC!
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Unloads to the wideout. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Snaps on 4th down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
Here on the Trojan sideline, they are really hyping up their quarterback right now, guys. You know, they weren't exactly sure what to expect from this young player going into the game, but he has delivered over 200 yards passing. He has proven to be someone they can count on. The coaches keep telling him, poise, composure, keep it going. This young guy is showing what he's made of. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big...
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He's loose down the middle. At the 20. He is in. Takes the fumble to the house. Touchdown, UNLV. And with the extra point, they're now down 31-17. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Holly Rowe has an update.
Hey guys, checking in from the USC sideline. Guys, I can feel the energy here and the chemistry between this quarterback and his star wide receiver. He's already got 100 yards receiving in this game, and the way they're talking on the sideline here, they want to keep that going. I think you're going to see him continue to get some downfield targets from his QB here in this game. I'll keep you posted.
Thanks, Holly. Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. Selling the fake. Fires to the middle. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Right side, it's Williams. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Back to pass on second down. Complete to Williams over the middle. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at 34.
It's a really nice job out there making the catch. I feel like fans are always expecting one of these Trojan receivers to be in the conversation for being best in the country, right? Because of the success they've had in the past and certainly in more recent years. There's a lot of pressure to play that position now at the Coliseum and at USC, but this guy right here, he has been making his mark on this offense.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Got a man, it's Barber. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Bush is ahead. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. The Trojans pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Play action on first down. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. They're able to keep him out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. First and goal. Tough run here. It's Cox. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? That is a costly mistake as the penalty wipes the touchdown off the board. And guys, that is a tough holding call that'll back them up. Still first and goal, but now more territory to navigate. Makes the grab in their space. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Southern Cal. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. UNLV will start this drive as the offense is out there and ready to cook. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Got it in the middle. It's McGee. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. Brown wants to pass. Got a man. It's Beasley. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. And the Rebels can really attack on this second and short. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chains.
And that's a first down for the offense.
And the Rebels are flying down the field. Fresh set of downs going up top. Out of the backfield, he's open. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. The Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. He wants to throw it again. Out wide left, it's McGee. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. The Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Fires and picked off. Bringing it back. Inside the 50. The 30. He's at the... and with the pick six. Touchdown, Trojans.
Really got to be impressed with the defense here. Late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job. Not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You think that should do it now to get the win.
Number 92, set to kick it off.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Throws to the wideout. Left side, it's McGee. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Tells the run, wants to pass. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
It's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Man, it's just been frustrating to watch the inconsistency of this guy at QB, man. You've got to be able to stay in rhythm in an offense and stay ahead of schedule. And he's had a moment, and he threw a touchdown pass, but Morkins...
It's picked off, and another empty drive. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cox. He just slips and slides his way down to the 42. He now has 80 yards rushing, and he's making his presence felt in this first game. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Now on second down. They give it back to him. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll need a bunch on second down. Hits the hole. It's Cox. Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run. Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. They stop him right there. They tried to convert with the run, and the defense was up for the challenge. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. And now they'll be able to stop the clock just one more time. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we looking pretty good.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The handoff. At the 35, he's open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Timeout called by the offense. 24 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, and listen, this guy's had a good day. I know they're trailing and they need to put some drives together, but I also wouldn't abandon him because he's had such a monster day and he's been the bright spot so far for this offense.
In traffic, it's Bray. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
And if you had any questions about this quarterback's arm talent, now you've got your answer. Wow.
Look out! They've got him. Great pressure by this defense. And the Rebels now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. He lobs one high down the left side. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. Well, they say you win a few, you lose a few, and some get rained out. Would have been good for this team.